This is the big secret to creating massive confusion and even anxiety in your opponent. Hey team, Garrett Poole here with Troy Dorsey, a 5-time pro kickboxing world champion, 2-time pro boxing world champion with Ty Garrett, one of his full contact fighters. And today we're going to learn part 3 of our lead hook series for setting up devastating kicks to both body and head. You can see the footage from our previous videos, part 1 and part 2, rolling right now. I'll link both in description below. And if you stick around, I'll share with you how to use all 3 parts of this lead hook series to create so much confusion for your opponent that you'll be able to kick them at will whenever you want. First, before I reveal the secret, let's learn part 3 of our lead hook series. In part 1, we set up our lead leg round kick to the head. In part 2, they retreat from our lead leg head kick right into our hook kick. The challenge is protecting your head and your body at the same time. Now, at this point, most fighters will naturally raise their guard to cover their head better. This is called a European guard, a very high guard. Most won't raise their guard this high, but you'll notice them lifting it up even slightly to protect their head. When this happens, they open up an opportunity for us to use the side kick. It is a devastating kick when used correctly with the right timing and setup. As you can see their hands raise up to protect their head, as they come into range, that's when you want a side kick. The challenge is that most people let their opponent get too close. They underestimate the range that they have with their kicks. You can actually kick at a much longer range than you think that you can. The better that you understand the range, which is typically further than you think it is, the easier it is to land this kick. I always tell my students to act like there's a tripwire set at their maximum range. And as soon as an opponent crosses that line, they should explode and attack. Eventually, after landing a few solid side kicks, their elbows will start to lower, and then what happens? We go back to the head after feinting to the body. This is the big secret to creating massive confusion and even anxiety in your opponent. The secret is to systematically break down their defense. These lead hook setups are just one example of how to do that. Comment below if you have a series of setups you use to achieve the same effect. Make sure to watch part 1 and part 2 of this series and keep me posted on your progress as you use and apply this in your own training. Comment below and let me know any places that you get stuck. Let me know any wins and any victories that you have. If you enjoyed this, the best way that you can show it is by subscribing and watching more of our content.